Gladiator II is I don't think you can say long awaited sequel, but just the fact that it took a long time to come. 24 years after the release of the original Gladiator, also directed by Ridley Scott, this is starring Pedro Pascal, Denzel Washington, Paul Mescal, and Joseph Quinn. So essentially, this movie is taking place, I believe it's about 16 years after the death of Marcus Aurelius. You're seeing what state Rome is in. So you're seeing the state of the empire. You're seeing the conquest that the Legion is trying to do to expand the Roman Empire across the continent, across the world. But essentially, Rome is in a really weird, chaotic place. There's two very power hungry, immature, literally immature emperors. For some reason, there's these twin brothers that are the emperors. I love the first movie. I've seen it easily 30, 40 times. It's one of my favorite movies ever. I know there's probably a lot of other people who feel that way. Paul Mescal did a great job as the main character. I don't want to say too much else about that, just depending on how much people know about it or not. I thought he did a great job. I thought the movie felt new enough and the story was new enough, but it had a lot of the good similarities, probably everything that people loved about the first one. The fight scenes, all of the action, everything in the Colosseum, I thought that was great. It really kind of brings you on the edge of your seat. I kept wanting to really sit up and make sure I was fully seeing everything. I didn't want to miss a single swing of the sword. I think you really feel the violence. I think when there's an R-rated movie and it does things the right way, it's not just overly gratuitous for the sake of being gratuitous. They have one of the segments is with water. That was pretty interesting. I will allude more to this in the spoiler review. Denzel Washington was phenomenal in this movie. Love all his characters, but I will honestly say that I felt his character in Gladiator II made his character in Training Day look like Mother Teresa. And yes, I know that's a stretch to say, but that just kind of to put it in perspective. I thought his character was incredible. He stole the screen when he was on screen, every second of it. I couldn't take my eyes off him. You see what happens over the course of the movie. It evolves more and more. His character evolves, and you kind of see what happens. You're seeing other types of motivation. You're seeing certain things that he does. I thought that was incredible, and it was very, very satisfying to see his character's arc from start to finish. Joseph Quinn is great. I think seeing him in more and more stuff is awesome. I think he's a really good actor, and he's really good at conveying a lot of emotion in subtle ways. Obviously, he's Eddie from Stranger Things, and he looks so different as one of the emperors. And he has obviously like bleached hair, probably a wig. He wears a lot of heavy eye makeup. He's honestly almost completely unrecognizable. And I found myself honestly like pretty in just what was going to happen with all the characters. I want to say I really, really liked the way that they ended this movie. I think it was kind of a fine line of not doing too much, but making it come full circle with the original. And I loved that. I love the score, the Now We Are Free musical score. Loved the way it came back to the end where Paul Mescal's character came back to the Colosseum and just kind of what he did, what he said, and the way that they ended it. And just really the last 30 seconds of this movie, a lot of the emotions and feelings that I remember feeling so inspired by from the first. That is going to be it for now. I thought this movie was great. I would say if you were ever a fan of the first one, or you like any of these actors, if you like seeing R-rated action, if you want to see some ancient Roman violence, absolutely go see this movie. It is 100% worth seeing in theaters. Otherwise, anyone who's seen it, like, comment, would love to hear what you thought of it down below. And stay tuned for my spoiler review, which will have more details. Thanks.